Hey guys, so today I want to utilize the time to talk about what is Rooted with Robert. Why did I create this? Why did I create the website, the YouTube, the podcast, blog, etc. Um, and this is something that kind of I've been thinking about personally as just part of my spiritual and I guess just lifelong journey that I'm on right now. It's a thought that came up to me as well. And I guess like I can just start the story like way back where Um, I was a person who was pretty anxious, and I had some limitations caused by my anxiety and um, my moods that were resulting from that. And I searched and searched and searched. I think when I was about maybe 16, 17, for all things. Starting to get books, trying to read books, trying to figure out uh, documentaries. I'm just watching videos, all this type of stuff, trying to figure out how can I stop this stuff from happening. And I'm at a point now where I like to think that my anxiety, I mean, it feels like it. I guess I could just say it with certainty. Like I know, like at this point in my life, my anxiety is way more under control. But at the same time, I'm just still, counting my blessings and still being grateful that I've been in the mindset that I've been able to be in recently. So, because anything can happen. So I always try to remind myself to take a second and say my thank yous before I get kind of, excited by the fact that I'm just not at that same anxiety level, that anxious level that I was, 5 years ago. And I think that's really important because part of this Rooted with Robert journey is from this point on, I'm still improving, I'm still growing, I'm still utilizing time and resources, having connections and relationships with people around me to make this experience and this life something colorful, something fulfilling, something meaningful. And I don't have all the answers. I don't feel like I could just make videos and and tell you what to do or create podcasts that have the answers to what to do. But honestly, I'm right along this journey. I'm taking you with me. I can share at least what I know has worked for me in the past and techniques and ideologies and mindsets that I've grown to acquire, that has brought me to this place I am today. And it's just like thinking about that like excites me so much because I just know that in the future I'll be in another place. I could be making this video like in the future and looking back to this one and saying like, wow, look at all that growth. And that's kind of just like the inspiration and the message I want to share with everyone is like let's take that time to grow. And there's a thing though, it's like you can't just tell people like personal growth, because there's a process to the growth, um, that makes it authentic, organic, and it makes it more fulfilling in the end. Because you can grow in a lot of different ways, and all growth is good, but it's it really depends because let's just say, um, you're growing in a direction that's kind of inauthentic to you. It's something that was pushed upon you. It was something that you were pressured into. And that's not authentic growth of the whole being. That's basically a growth off a branch that's attached to a trunk that is not rooted in good soil, in good inspiration, in good energy. And that's what we're looking for here. The whole point of getting rooted, especially with anxiety. That's the thing. Anxiety is so related to a sense of grounding that I seriously am just going to devote the channel largely to that concept. But honestly, though, it's just that rooting, take really grabbing the soil and gathering those resources and having them stable, so that when you start growing on top of that, it's a process that comes from the roots and it goes up to the leaves. And it sounds like super cliche, but like that's literally how I think about it, because trees I think are a beautiful metaphor and a great example visualization of growth and of flourishing and of giving back. Um, so I guess like a little bit more about me. I went through the meditation. I went through this deeper spiritual phase that I was kind of getting into. I studied a lot of psychology books. I got my degree in psychology. So I did utilize a lot of resources to gain understanding and knowledge of anxiety, of my own situation, so I can prevent that and prevent it moving forward. And that is a big thing, that it's prevention. It's not really fixing anxiety. It's fixing the underlying causes that it attributes to the anxiety, instead of, it's basically the bottom up approach, of the inside out instead of outside in or top down. So that's how I'm looking at it, and I think that's what's most beneficial for our health and wellness. So that's the approach I'm taking. I did that through meditation. I still hold a practice, and I think the whole point is that I should continue practicing, and that is basically, the practice is the prevention. Because when you maintain the practice, you're furthering the prevention of things for to occur. And during the practice, I'm not just talking about like a meditation practice, the practice of improving, of adopting healthier habits, of increasing positive energies into your life. And it's just, I guess it's just about that growth, and that's really what I want to say. There's different components. I keep looking at this thing I have on the wall of the 8 dimensions of wellness, and there's several components that make up us being well. So I personally used that type of model and made sure that I was attending to each of those, and you would be surprised that because of where you are on that spectrum of dimension, that you might be a little off balance. Like maybe that's why you're feeling anxious. So a lot of it is awareness, but that's something for a whole nother video, a whole nother day. I just really wanted to share with you like what Rooted with Robert was for me, and it's really taking you guys through the journey along with me. As I become a better person, and as I become a good human being, a good civilian for other people. And I think it's important to like share that journey, to share that energy with others, to inspire and motivate and encourage others to continue positively on their own paths. And I mean, that's really it, guys. So I just want to say like thank you so much. Thank you guys for even being on the channel, for watching, listening. It really means a lot when you guys do that. I love to have my message spread, and that conversation had with someone else listening to what their ideas are. So I'm like super honestly grateful that this whole thing is what it is, and I'm able to do something like this. I'm in a position where I can reach out and try to help others, and try to encourage others to get past certain obstacles and overcomings. So thank you guys so much. I mean, let me know. I will be talking about anxiety a lot. That's kind of my main focus. That's kind of who I think I can help the best from personal experience. So, if you guys have any other like health and wellness related topics you would like me to talk about, please just comment, send me a message on the website. I got a chat thing on there. You can message me. I also have an email you can message me, which is rootedwithrobert@gmail.com. You can email me questions. Then you can talk to me personally. Otherwise, comment on the video, give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell them, ask them what they think. Can they do they benefit? Do they join in the conversation? It's really about encouraging each other, and not just letting a positive energy fall short. So, website is up. I'm super pumped about that. rootedwithrobert.com, and this is where I want to take this. This is the journey. This is a side journey, a side route of my tree, and I know it's meant for me